shots uncontested. Is that more a product of them guarding against the rest of you guys, or you don't think they respect your shot?
I mean, I hope they don't respect the shots. I hope that's just because, he's been hitting shots like that for us all year, and you guys have seen it. Maybe the whole world hasn't seen it, but we've seen it. We know how much work he puts into his shot, and if the league wants all the teams, not just OKC, but if all the teams want to continue to sag off, then we're all happy with that.
When you watch you guys on television, the amount of times you guys are all talking to each other or talking to Q, what are those conversations taking place?
More so what the next play is, how we're guarding a certain player. Maybe they make an adjustment on one of their plays, and we need somebody to kind of coach will tell, like, let's say Joe or myself, and like, all right, tell everybody else this is how we're guarding this, or tell everybody this is what we're running next out of a free throw. Just staying in constant communication. That way, nothing really. You don't leave anything in the balance. You're always certain of what's happening next.
Is there something that Quinn has built in you guys, the ability to be able to communicate like that during a game?
I think it's just the trust and the paying attention to every little detail. There was one game during the season where I think we lost. We were so consumed with the referees and not making calls on the free throw line that we didn't know what play we were running next. So I think that after that game, we had a little film session about it, and I think from there we realized the importance of getting on the same page and being able to talk to each other and kind of giving each other the information we need for the next play.
What do you see as your role too in that? I mean, we saw, like Locke was saying, calming the guys down. Some of them, I think, with Royce the last game.
Yeah, my biggest thing is, you may get upset with a referee call, but I forgot who told me this. I used to argue a lot with the refs, but never in the history have they overturned a call after it's happened. You know what I mean? Like, if it's 2 plays later, you're still arguing it. Like, they're not going to go back and say, you're right, let's overturn it. You know what I mean? So that's been my biggest thing, just staying relaxed and understanding this. They're going to miss calls, and we're not going to get the calls we want, and it's just got to understand that. Let's just get it back, and then be able to make sure we take care of the ball next possession and understand it's a physical game. And the playoffs are very physical, and if you understand that, then you'll be fine.
So far, y'all expecting OKC to come out, as far as, they don't want to go down 3-1 going back home, man, so I expect
100%. Expect the physicality of the Rays even higher than the past 3 games, but, like I said, we're ready for it. We're mentally, physically ready for it. We're excited, but this is going to be a tough game, and we just got to stay locked in, and it's thankful we're at home during this game, but just being able to pay attention to every detail and stay focused.
Talk about your first.
Yesterday, you're in a great spot, but you lose tonight, you're 2-2.
Exactly.
So how critical is this for you guys tonight?
It's huge. You look at the teams that went up 2-0 in the East, and now it's 2-2. Now it's anybody's series. It's funny how the media goes. When it's 2-0, it's like, oh, the series is over. And then when it's 2-2, it's anybody's series. But we don't really look at it like that. We just focused on one game at a time. That's been our philosophy since the beginning of the year. But this game means a lot, and we know that, and we have to be tuned in offensively.
Can you talk about your positional?
That you need multiple superstars to go far.
What do I think? I mean, look where we are as a team. You know what I mean? We don't have an all-star this year on our team. I mean, we have the Defensive Player of the Year, obviously, but I think it's just a testament to having the right guys. Having the right system, because not everybody can play in this system. It involves a lot of thinking and involves a lot of talking and communicating. And if you're kind of standoffish or you have a certain amount of ego, you can't play in our system. So I think it just depends on the amount of the guys that you get and how they're able to handle the system.
Voiceless Tony.
Can you talk about your positional versatility defensively, how you guys can go big or go small, and how Jay contributes to that?
Jay's been a big factor. He was Thabo was doing the same thing when he was playing, but being able to guard multiple positions. Having Jay one time having to guard Melo at the 4 and then go even switch all the way on to Westbrook. Having that is a huge bonus because now it allows us to do so many different things, so many different coverages, and throw many different things and combinations at them that maybe they haven't seen or they have seen, but they weren't expecting us to do. So having a guy like Jay on our team to take over at the 4 spot and switch all the way 1 through 4, whatever we may do is it's a bonus.
If they come with huge force, shall we call it, how do you take advantage of that?
I think they're gonna be excited. We're gonna be excited, but there's always a way to counter everything. That's what I've learned about this league. There's always a counter. So understanding Eric Spoelstra's biggest thing is always saying weather the storm, you know, so that's going to be our biggest thing, just understanding that they may, God forbid, but they may go up a lot, you know, but just how we how to counterpunch, you know, it's all about punches. You know, they came out last game and punched us and they were up 12 and we counterpunched back. So it's going to be a continuous fight, and if we just stay true to ourselves and stay locked in and not kind of get overwhelmed, then we'll be in good shape.
All right, John. Good luck.